Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gamer Grudge.
All right. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another brand new, spanking, fresh episode of Gamer Grudge. I'm your host, Max. I'm an awesome, crazy guy that loves games. I also like dancing in the valley and smelling roses.
Long walks on the beach.
Long walks on the beach, drinking milk. But anyway, guys, welcome to another episode of Gamer Grudge. Let's go ahead and get this started, people. I have the usual gang. We have Zach.
No, we don't.
Okay, Zach's here. Cool. We also have Trent Bell.
Hi, everyone.
Awesome. And also sorry, people, Angie could not make it. She's having some technical difficulties, but we'll have her on the next episode for the Resident Evil Grudge. Please, so hopefully we'll have her for it. But today we are here for the semifinals matchup, people. The semifinals matchup. If you didn't saw the week before last, we had Trill and Crafty Dragon go at it, and one survived. Go watch that episode because I'm not revealing who won that episode, but go back and watch that episode. But today we're going to figure out who's the other fighter that's going to the semifinals. One of these fighters, we have two fighters here ready to go at it because it's a 1v1 matchup. So let's go ahead and introduce you to. Without further ado, let's introduce you to the fighters. She is a person that actually fought in the semifinals. She fought in the matchup. She won her matchup outright. She surprised us all. She is awesome. She has a fun name. It's Miss Stachio. If I got the name right.
Hey, no, you did. You got it. You nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it. Yes. All right. And last but not least, certainly we had some good folks. Originally there was supposed to be we're supposed to be Aoife Kushner, but he had to run off. And then we had Jessica Ham, but last minute he had to go. But here he is, the guy that actually took Mr. Stachio to the PvP round. He's back for revenge, and he's coming for Mr. TPP.
Sup, bitches. TPP.
Can we get PPP in the chat? PPP. Okay.
Yeah, I think what he actually meant is sup pew pew pew.
Pew pew pew. Yeah. All right, guys. Like all other episodes of Gamer Grudge, we have some rules, and we're gonna read these rules off right now. But we have different set of rules for the semifinals. Now let's see if I can get them. All right, here's the rules for the semifinals. And I'm gonna read them off so that way we can get this through. The fighter has fighter that obtains three wins through the rounds is the winner. In the event of a tie, we will go to PvP. Also, during this fight, the items that we usually do through the regular rounds are prohibited. So there will not be no items in this. No items will be used during this grudge. So guys, this is the semifinals and welcome to them. All right, but the phases will stay the same. You'll have the introduction round, which is basically you'll simply introduce your answer. The declaration round, where you literally make a reason for why your argument is the best. That will be 3 minutes. The grudge round is a free-for-all round, which will last 5 minutes, where you will go at it like usual. You guys are veterans, you should know this. And the last minute round, which is a 1 minute cleanup round, where was a 1 minute round where I ask you a question or we just let you do a rebuttal for your answer. And phase 5, which is basically the cleanup, fact checking, and the verdict. All right, guys, with that train in the background that is literally hollering in the background, I'm literally just going ham. Why are you doing this tonight? I do not know. But anyway. So guys, with that said, people, I had to ask before I play the montage, are you ready to grudge?
Let's fight.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Are you ready to grudge? I like that. All right, guys, let's play this. Damn it. Let's play this sick ass montage. Montage actually looking better.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to this while the montage plays.
Okay, go ahead.
Run.
I'm mostly just trying to stay awake.
Nah, it's hard.
Literally inject caffeine into his veins.
No, I've been drinking caffeine most of the day trying to stay awake. Besides the caffeine is over.
Okay, so caffeine enema. Just a drinking.
Can't afford it.
Dang it, she didn't make it back in time.
No, we were hoping the last touch lasts a little bit longer. Guys, we're going to do a dance right now. So, guys, welcome to the semifinals. Hope you're having fun. Oh, she's back! All right, cool.
Commercial break.
Cool. That was a good commercial break, people. All right, guys. All right, let's go ahead and go with question. Well, wait a minute. Wait a tick. Okay, we're going to go with question number 1. Which is, who/what is the worst robot in gaming? So we're going to start with TPP, and then we're going to go with Miss Pistachio. So TPP, what is your answer?
Aquaman from the Mega Man series.
And I've got Fee from Skyward Sword, Legend of Zelda.
All right, cool. With that said, people, I'm gonna ring this bell. TPP, we have the time, 3 minutes. 3 minutes to tell us why your answer is the best. Tell us why Aquaman. Why is Aquaman? You can call him handsome guy. The worst.
No.
Look, I played the damn game.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, first of all, let me just tell you a little bit about Aquaman. Okay, Aquaman is from the Mega Man series. Now, this guy's design is not threatening and he's not cool. And you're right, we can call him handsome guy. Ooh, what a real scary, pointless robot. Now, here's the here's the other thing about him. He does this. If you've ever played the game series, he does this like weird contortion thing, right? Where he lifts his leg, and he squeaks, "I'm Aquaman." Okay, now the fuck, this guy's supposed to be a robot. He's supposed to be like a boss. He's supposed to be fighting him. Let me tell you another reason why this guy's not cool, right? This guy isn't cool for this reason. Okay, so when you play his level, right? You spend the entire game swimming, right? Do no damage in the water. As soon as you fight Aquaman, this guy's chugging water bombs at you like you, I don't know, like it's, Hiroshima bombs going off in your face. He absolutely destroys you with his water cannons that you've just spent, 20, 30 minutes swimming around in. There's another reason for it as well, okay, if you have ever played the game. He erupts off a giant spout of water, okay? Now, once he's done that, he then strikes a pose, his very effeminate pose, and there's a rainbow that comes up with the words Aquaman. Now, another problem with this character is let's be honest, the name is a rip-off from Aquaman from DC, who is pretty much the butt of every single joke. So one can only surmise that the guys have put it in there simply for a laugh and a piss take at DC to say, this is what we think of your Aquaman. He's not handsome. He's not cute. He fires water cannons at you that you've just spent the entire time swimming around in. And he's really just an absolute all-round idiot. I don't really know what more to say about him.
You're done.
So I don't need to.
No. You ran out of time. You had 3 minutes. All right. Miss Tashia, tell us why your answer. Why Fee is the worst.
All right. So everyone, Fee is easily the worst robot in gaming. There were a lot of bad counterparts in the Link games, but she just takes the time to interrupt your gameplay, kind of like a naggy parent. She holds your hand through the entire game. You could see a treasure chest. It zooms in on the treasure chest, and she takes a moment out of your gameplay to remind you, oh, I sense a treasure chest in the area. And she does this not only for the tutorial, the whole game is a never-ending tutorial with Fee just popping in, telling you, the sky is blue. Oh, there's a temple there. Maybe you should go inside and not walk around it. Like, a man will tell you, you should buy a shield and potions. You walk outside, and she interrupts your game to say, hey, maybe you should buy a shield because, you will live longer if you buy a shield. She's good for game players who are brand new or have short-term memory loss. She is irritating. She ruins the gameplay, she ruins the story, and she's with you every step of the way. And you have no option to ignore her. She just pops in all the time. And the whole point of video games is to immerse yourself in the game and the story. She sucks all that fun right out of a decent game. And it's just because she can't help but interrupt to tell you, hey, guess what? There might be enemies around when it just zoomed in on the enemies on screen. She's just, she's too much dialogue, much like Isabella in Animal Crossing, a lovable character, but just like the dialogue is never ending. And if you want to play a game and have fun, Fee just sucks the energy right out of it.
All right. All right, I am going to switch to we're going to switch to gallery mode. Now I'm going to have to ask, Trink, are you ready?
I guess.
All right, Zach, are you ready? All right. It's 8:13 at 8:18. The round will end, so you will go at it starting now.
All right. I have a question. PPP. TPP. So the only problem with your character is he's a poorly made robot, but he's playable and doesn't really he's not really intrusive to gameplay. He's still like a playable character. He's just kind of annoying. Is that your argument?
No, he's not a playable character. He's the boss at the end of a level.
Yeah, but he's just annoying. It's just because he was a poorly made robot.
I mean, I'd be very careful what you say because the start of your argument was that she is very poorly made and is annoying and really winds you up throughout the game.
Yeah, but your dude doesn't just pop in and interrupt every step of your gameplay. It's just a boss. So
let's be fair. I mean, if she doesn't pop in, what are you going to do? Deal with Link's boring speech or quietness?
You deal with a regular video game where you don't have a robot following you around telling you, "Oh my gosh, there are trees in a forest."
Oh dear. I mean, it's almost quite funny, but because you have to remember what you're surmising here with your character, which is not actually a robot technically, it's more of an AI which holds no emotions. It's an emotionless thing, so he's never going to understand Link and a human interaction.
Yeah, but like I don't think the point of a video game is to make like, oh, AIs don't feel emotion. We should make this super AI realistic. The point is to enjoy your gameplay, and she completely wipes that off the board with her like popping in and out whenever she wants.
What you feel is a bad AI robot, others will certainly feel that this is a character that definitely fills the void that is left by Link, who is a silent protagonist throughout that game.
Across the board, I've looked at forums and everyone kind of agrees that Fee is just intrusive, ruins the game, and is a little too much. There are forums dedicated to Fee is very annoying.
I mean,
like
that's
lots
almost,
of them, not
that's
just
almost
one,
okay,
like
but,
lots of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I sort of still want to go with the fact that, like I say, your character does provide a fun change of pace.
A fun change of pace.
Compared to the
You call it fun?
compared to the two other companion characters that you have in Navi and Midna, you would definitely rather be roaming around with Fee than you would do with them pair. 100%.
Yeah, and yeah, like Navi was very annoying. It's just a bug that floats around in your face and goes, hey, 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 which is annoying, but it didn't interrupt nearly as much as Fee did, and it didn't have as much dialogue. And Navi actually gave good hints to the game. Fee, you would see the temple, know you had, or a locked door, and it would be like, oh, by the way, that door is locked. And it would stop your game to tell you the door is chained with a giant lock on it, and she would pause your game to say,
that's because she's locked. AI. She's supposed to tell you that. I mean,
not in a fun game.
She also leads you to also leads the main character Link to the statue of the goddess. Is it Helia? I forget her name.
I don't. Yeah.
Just reading off my notes. Which is the intention of leading him to the goddess sword.
And yeah,
I believe.
She's a great partner for someone who's never touched a video game in their life, but for someone who wants to enjoy the game.
I don't want to go in too hard here. Really, because it's it forms a bad basis for the argument. But 100%, your character is based around an AI that will help you throughout the game constantly, as opposed to my character, who you spend a whole level swimming in water to be attacked by water cannons. Are you ringing, Mac?
Yes, I'm ringing.
All right.
Time's up, you son of a bitches. Time's up. Son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Okay, guys. Time's up.
Good round.
Good round. I heard some great arguments. Anybody got a question here? Zach, you got a question?
Yes.
All right.
What about your character negatively impacts the story?
All right. TPP.
Doesn't really negatively impact the story because you're playing obviously Mega Man. You're playing bosses at the end of each round. It just really gives you a bad feeling on that particular level.
Okay, gotcha. Mr. Stachio.
Unlike only being, a bad feeling on one level, Fee is with you pretty much the whole game. And she is constantly, it's an endless tutorial. That whole game is an endless tutorial. Every level, every step of the way, she is interrupting your gameplay and taking you out of the moment.
All right. Zach! Facts.
I want to point out that does not answer my question in the slightest.
Gotcha.
That was a complete sidestep.
I understand.
Just wanted to point that out there. Other than that, I mean, nobody said anything completely untrue about their characters. They're really just nothing special.
Yeah. I mean, is it true that I can confirm that Aquaman does do what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. I'm Aquaman, but you can call me handsome guy. I remember that. Yeah.
I will say that according to the North American manual, he is supposed to be a failed attempt by Dr. Wily to make an ice machine. That I can tell you. That got retconned out later, but I kind of wish that was still the story.
Right. Yeah, I wish it was. Also, I'll tell you my answer. You're both wrong. I got my answers later. All right, so Zach, I'm gonna start with you. Who you thought won? Was it tough? Was it tough for you too?
I'm not gonna say it was tough, just because I don't really like either of these characters. Like, I don't feel like I'm doing either a disservice. On a personal note, I will say that it's a Nintendo game. The idea that they make these for people's first gaming experiences just kind of makes logistical sense. As annoying as it would be to veteran gamers, but at the same time, Aquaman is just part of the boss roster of a game, of a game that has a lot of, robot masters. So I will say a lot more hits were hit on Aquaman, and that he does not continue to make the game bad in the sections he is not in. That he is not the focus of. So I'm gonna go with Fee, despite not really having any strong feelings on it.
Right. Trent?
Right. I've not played enough Mega Man to know much about Mega Man. I know I've played some. I haven't played a lot. But one boss isn't an entire experience. I haven't played much of Skyward Sword except for the beginning. So I didn't realize she was obnoxious through the entire game, and that we got a second damn Navi. I'm going with that just for the sole purpose of none of us signed up for that because we asked them to stop that shit years ago.
All right. I'm glad y'all did that because I was at a standstill because it was really tough. I actually would have probably went with Mr. Tashio because I just didn't see nothing. You didn't give me no reason why TPP. You just said cosmetic wise. You didn't give me a real.
I was the only one that gave you a robot. That was the question. You got an AI. I gave you a robot. Jesus Christ.
Hey, we went over our answers. My answer was accepted.
Yes, we said that.
Worst robot ever.
Technically, the worst robot would be one that.
Also, I want to put this out here. You're both wrong. It's Clown Man from Mega Man 8 because when you literally kill him at the end, he literally says, "See you in my dreams."
Or maybe Mega Man 8 is just fucking terrible.
Or you can go fuck yourself. Okay.
Maybe the whole Mega Man series just needs bombing.
Okay. Both of y'all can go fuck yourself. Okay. All right. With that said, how many people hate me in the chat for telling them to go fuck themselves? Let's go to treat.
Not that, but everybody is just about mutually agreed Claptrap is the worst robot in game.
Fuck no. Whoever said Claptrap, take yourself out of that chat right now. We do not need that negativity here on a Monday.
Question: are they talking? Are we talking the new Claptrap or the old Claptrap? I guess is the question.
Any Claptrap. Doesn't matter. This is fucking great characters. The best robot in any game.
Have you played 3?
Yes, I have.
Have you played 1? As a new player, I just want to shoot him in the face.
Yeah, but that is the purpose of his character.
It doesn't do anything, but I want to do it more.
And open.
They're just sitting there.
I mean, they literally admit he was a mistake in the pre-sequel.
Hey, Hey, I'm just saying. We got traveling gamer literally saying Crap Trap is a hero. I'm just sitting that out there.
Yeah.
Yes,
Basically,
he
he
is.
was saying
That's right.
Claptrap is
Handsome
most
Jack
annoying.
also thought he was the hero.
Right. Send me your PayPal details. Whoever said that Claptrap is awesome, you're getting a tip.
Wow.
Hey in the audience, just like Handsome Jack would have done.
Literally.
Off.
Tell by the hair.
All right, guys, that was a good fun question. That's good first round. All right, but you're not out of it, TPP. Just question one. You're all right.
No. Question one.
Okay, here we go. Here you go, guys.
I'm
All
not-
right. Question number two. All right, guys, here we go. This is it. We have been waiting for years to do this. I'm surprised we ain't done a question like this before, but here we go. You know what? I'm gonna let Trink read it. Trink, what is the question?
There it is. What is the worst Sega Genesis / Mega Driven game?
Mega Drive game.
Mega Drive. Oh, sorry.
I did that in reference to you, TPP, because I
Yeah.
know you don't know what a Genesis is.
Right,
I
and
know what
also
Genesis is. It's a Mega Drive.
Also, we want to point out, people want to point out to the audience, we are not letting, there's no 32X or Sega CD or Sega or / Mega CD games, because that is literally its own thing. I want to say that's its own console, even though it is technically with it, but you know, I fucked up. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Stachio, what is your answer?
Bubsy. Clawed encounters of the furriest kind.
Bird.
I know. Don't laugh at the pun. Don't fall in love with the pun.
Oh, that's not the issue. The issue. I'm just.
No, I'm gonna say this. This is unfair because you've already got one vote because Mac fucking hates Bubsy.
No.
Bubsy.
No, I hate that motherfucker. I wish he'd burn in hell. Okay. TPP.
I've gone with Dark Castle.
Oh shit.
I don't know anything about
Fuck.
that game.
Listen, there was a few. There was at least 50 other games I could have picked, but I went with Dark Castle.
These are both shitty games. I'm just letting you know.
Very.
Welcome to the past.
Okay, so so I'm not saying there any bias here, but I just have to say this. Mr. Stachio, tell us, please tell us, because you have 3 minutes, tell us what could possibly go wrong with Bubsy.
What is wrong with Bubsy? All right, first of all, the guy who created the game isn't a video game creator. He was a science fiction writer, and what he was creating was a character and not a video game. He's actually quoted in an interview saying that okay, and I quote, "I think Bubsy's legacy is really the character, the story, and the environment." So he's making a story. Sonic didn't have much going for it except its massively beautiful gameplay. Mario kind of lost its charm about going to save the princess. It had gotten very watered down. Bubsy's characters are what live on. So he didn't make a good video game. He made a lovable character and then tried to make a video game around it. So like Bubsy, at the very beginning of the game, you're given like something like 9 lives. It's a ridiculous amount, but it's actually not ridiculous because the gameplay is impossible to figure out. There are trees that look like they should be in the background that are in the foreground, and it's a one-hit kill system. So it's not like you can run into something and bounce off and then generate. You hit something, you die. You hit something, you die. And you're allowed to run very, very fast and jump very, very high. But you die if you fall from too high of a height. And also you die if you run into walls or trees at too high of a speed. So you're constantly baby stepping, able to go fast, but not really if you really want to make it through the level. Also, the levels are built. He actually didn't know how to build a video game program. So he made the levels on a giant roll of paper and just drew them. So the levels are actually almost impossible to figure out. You don't know if you're supposed to go up or down. The like camera angles don't show you if you're supposed to go up or down. Sometimes you can go through walls, sometimes that wall will kill you. So like the game itself is almost unplayable. And then, I'm not even going to talk about how it led to the Bubsy 3D version, which was even worse.
Oh God!
But like in general, the game is just unplayable. All he did was make a character that he loved, and that's all it was a character. End.
I mean, look, you just brought up Bubsy. Oh, shit, that game sucks.
We're not talking about that game though.
I know, but it sucks, Zach. It's ass.
So
You played it?
yeah. So what?
Okay. It's shit. Anyway, TPP. I don't get me wrong, Mr. Sasha. I played Dark Castle and it's shit too.
I
All right.
haven't played that game.
It is bad. Okay, TPP, tell us why Dark Castle. Why? Shaggy is running around in a stupid ass castle.
Okay, right. Let's be serious for a minute. The new game's just been released. You get home, you've got your cartridge ready, you take it out, whack it into your Genesis, your Mega Drive. You are thinking this is going to be great. Here's another thing, right? Once you've done that, the dark melancholic theme begins to play, sets the mood. You've got thunder erupting on the screen, lightning. Does that sound cool? It's fucking not cool. That's the beginning of the nightmare that is Dark Castle. Okay, so within the first 3 minutes of the game, all that glorious work on the title is abolished. Okay, and everything else is doomed for failure. The first thing that you're going to notice when you play this game, there's no storyline to it. Okay, because it's not given to you. You've got no idea what you're doing. You're literally just in a castle. So you've got to use your imagination. You just, since you've got no idea about what your purpose at the castle is, you just literally decide to wander around. Your character comes to an area with some red carpet, with some gold laces, shields from valiant knights. And then the doors open and you go to a specific part of the castle that you have to play. Now, whilst you're also playing this game, you've got the old up-down ladders that they used to have on Amiga. It looks like a real badly made Donkey Kong inside the castle, coupled with what's the game called? I forget the game. And the controls as well. You're trying to jump over pits, throw rocks at enemies, and you need a good controller scheme to do this effectively. And it is literally as efficient as pulling up to the drive-through at McDonald's and placing an order. You know it's going to go fucking wrong. Okay? Your whole body looks like a giant Lego man. It moves like one too as well. It ain't going to be pretty. You've got a bat hovering over your head in the night sky that really you have to press your arms up and hold so you can make its way above your body, then throw it. So you're literally running around like a human false flat guy. You don't really know what you're doing. You'll trip, you'll fall, you'll end up dazed, confused for about 3 seconds. But we're still not done. It honestly looks like it was animated by my 3-year-old back in 2006. That is really what I think of this game. There's a part of the game that you need to swing from the pitfall, and instead of looking like vines, they look like broomsticks that sway backwards and forwards. There's no fancy green or red parallax to spice up the background either. It's very bland. It's slow, lackadaisical, the movement of your character,
Sorry, you got time's up. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. So that was a good interpretation of Boo Haunted House. Yeah. Sorry, I had to take that joke from ABG, and I love that guy. All right, so we are now switching to speaker mode. It is 8:35. It's 8:35 at 8:40. You must end. We will end the round. All right, are you ready? Everybody ready?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna ring the bell. You may go at it. Starting now.
All right, so I just played Inmost, which is kind of similar to what you described. I've never played Dark Castle. Dark Castle, that's it. But they don't give you a story, and you do have to use your imagination. But I noticed playing Inmost that like the story is not integral to a good game as long as it's playable. The thing is, Bubsy just wasn't even playable, despite like having like a basic story and stuff. It just you couldn't get through a level without being killed. So like is your argument that it's just like the story was poor or the art was poor? Because we're talking about Sega Genesis, which like was way back
Okay,
when.
let me
The
just-
art's
let
not
me-
going to be good.
Okay, let me just sum it up for you. This game has been ranked the worst ever made Mega Drive game, as opposed to your game that has got a very good storyline that hasn't been made once, hasn't been made twice, hasn't been made 3 times, 4 times, or 5 times. I believe it's got 6 actual games in its
Yeah,
series.
and you know
which-
the outrage that happened, and you know the artists who actually had to deal with the second Bubsy
Listen,
actually were stabbing pencils to Bubsy dolls in the studio while they were working on the game. They hated it. Even the
Yeah,
people
they
working on
hated
the
it.
game
they
hated
hated it that much. They hated it that much that they did it 6 times.
They had money coming in. They
game-
were video game
my-
makers.
Well, exactly. You had money coming in because it was obviously a good game, whereas mine made 1 game, failed, been ranked the worst on Genesis ever. There's not a game that has been made like it. It's so badly made. The character is so bad. The whole game situation is just bad.
A lot of your
Whereas you've
argument was
got-
based on the aesthetics of the game and how like trees look like broomsticks and stuff. Like I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
but you also
discount
said
that
about
because
you can't bring aesthetics into it and say that that's a bad argument because you said that the backwards trees look like front trees, which made it unplayable.
because
So,
you
if you're
ran
gonna try
into
and
those
do me
trees
on
and
that,
they
you have
killed
to
you.
think about what you've put in your own argument.
The difference is if you run into these trees that look like their background and their foreground, you die. Yours are just bad art. They don't kill you.
You can't jump over pits, right? In this game, you can't jump over them without dying. And I will go back to the fact that this hasn't been done once, it's been done 6 times. So you can't tell me that a game is bad when it's been made 6 times and it sold copies. And as you said, it had money coming in. So if it's really that bad, why would they do it 6 times? And why would people keep buying it? Dark Castle has never been remastered. It's never been remade. They never made a second one. And if you look on every single forum and do your research on the Mega Drive, you will find that Dark Castle is ranked the #1 worst ever made game for story,
The thing
for
was,
its graphics,
but
for it's just a complete lack of mishmash that,
everything.
that you
The
just
thing
can't
is,
beat
I think the
for
reason that
shittiness.
Bugsy got remade 6 times is because they were trying to compete with Sonic the Hedgehog. It was actually like there's art that shows like them copying Sonic the Hedgehog art, and they were just trying to compete with this Speedy Hedgehog, which was blowing up during that time in Sega. So like they couldn't compete, and they just kept remaking games. And yes, they're continuing to remake games. I think because it's so bad. I think it's kind of like a parody.
I mean,
of
let's just.
itself.
I know you saying he was
People
trying to
will buy
compete. He was trying to
Bubsy
compete with
because they hate
Sonic
it.
the Hedgehog, but it was originally made on the SNES, and this was something that was adopted by Sega, and they took on taking on Bubsy and continue to make games. Dark
There's a
Castle.
whole,
All I
like-
can say is, EA, who used to make games for the Genesis, I bet they are so glad that they never once looked at Dark Castle, because whoever made that game, if they didn't get instantly fired from their job and was ever part of creating another video game again, Jesus Christ, there's something wrong in the world.
I mean, there's something wrong in the world because Bubsy got remade.
At least you got
And
a
I think
decent
people are
storyline with
buying it
yours.
to-
You had fabric
He was
invading
a
aliens
science
that used to
fiction
steal
writer.
fabric.
Okay, if I wanted to read a book, I'd read a book, but I want to play a video game that I can play and beat. And I don't want to play a game that's unplayable. The story, besides the point.
You
First
couldn't
and
play my
foremost, I
game. It's
should
ranked
enjoy my
the
video
worst
game.
ever made on the Sega. So you can't say that your game is unplayable when mine is ranked number 1. Yours is probably about number 6, number 7. I'll give you that. It's definitely
How many
it's
lives
definitely
do
a
you
top
get?
10 game.
Because Bubsy gives you 9 because the creators already knew they screwed up.
They made it for Windows 95. It can't be all bad.
Okay. Ringing the bell, damn it. Do you not hear the damn bell? Fuck! Damn it. I have stopped writing. I have stopped writing, okay? Okay. Anybody got a question? Zach, you got a question? Trank, you got a question?
Nope.
All right. You know what? I'm just gonna let you do a rebuttal. All right, Mrs. Stachio, you get one. You to have a rebuttal. Basically, give me your last thought of anything that you could, but you cannot attack TPP. You must just talk. Give us a last minute justification on why Bubsy is the worst Sega Genesis game. Starting now.
Look, when I start a video game and they give me 9 lives just to begin with, that's not because, oh, the creators were like, oh, 9 lives, that's fair. It's because there's a problem. And the problem is you die every step of the way. You can't use your super speed, which they give you in the game. So it's kind of a waste of creativity on the maker's part because they made the super speed, which kills you. It will murder you. So you're constantly walking, speeding up, slowing down, walking, speeding up, slowing down. And it's the game itself just destroys you because you cannot beat it. The levels are hard to read. There is no rhyme or reason to if you go through a wall or if you can jump over a wall or if that wall will just be the death of you. 9 lives, that's because they know you're not going to make it.
All right. TPP.
Okay, you cannot play this game because you cannot jump properly. You cannot. You are just staring death in the face everywhere you go. You can't see your character properly. You can't wander around the map knowing what you're supposed to do. As I've said before, there is absolutely no storyline that comes with this game. The mechanics are completely off. You get more luck from a McDonald's drive-through worker. No offense if there's any in the house, but you would do a much better job at creating a video game. It's ranked number 1 as the worst made Genesis game. And why the hell would you want to try and play this game at advanced mode? Because that would mean that you've done it 3 times. You wouldn't even get past the normal mode.
All right, Zach, facts. Zach.
I think Zach went to sleep.
No, I'm all right. I'm just.
He's probably in awe about the facts.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of them. There were 2 sequels to Dark Castle.
What the fuck? Really?
One of them was by the original guy, but Dark Castle is actually a port of an original Macintosh game from 1986. Which most people do not realize. It is pretty unplayable. It is like you can't really argue that point about it. And EA did publish it.
Oh shit! Of course.
They didn't publish it.
Yeah, they did.
No, you've got that wrong.
Uh-oh.
Fight.
Okay, I'm going to put something on the screen for you.
Sure
what does that say at the top?
It's in the game.
Yeah, it says Electronic Arts, buddy.
Okay, well. The guys certainly don't work there anymore.
They do not, because that was the 80s.
He was looking for EA. I think you're probably looking for that. Yeah. That's understandable. That's it?
Almost. What? You were talking about. I mean, Bubsy was ported to basically everything eventually, and it was made originally by Infocom, who did not have any prior experience in that genre. They were text-based guys, but they have made like Zork and stuff, so they have proved that they can do it, just not in that genre.
All right.
What was I gonna say? What was the last thing you were saying about Bubsy exactly? Sorry, I got derailed by the lack of EA.
Wait, the last thing I said about Bubsy?
Yeah.
The constant death of speed, the speed that you can't really use because you're always slowing down. That thing?
Oh, the 9 lives thing. It's made because they give him 9 lives because he's a cat.
No. Yeah, they used that because they made a
No, but I mean, like, you can't claim that they aren't going for puns because 99% of it is puns.
All right.
So no, you cannot use that argument.
They're
That's
punny.
invalid.
They're punny.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Except I'm like, that's
can't
not
fight
why
that
they
at
gave
all.
him 9 lives. They gave him because he's a cat.
Oh, well, thank goodness they didn't give us the standard 3. No one would make it past the first 3.
I also want to know, has anybody, Zach, I want you to fact check this. Has anybody beaten Dark Castle?
Never played.
I'm sure somebody has.
Okay.
I mean,
Somebody
if
would
it
beat
got
it on all
2
3 levels.
sequels, probably.
Okay.
And one as late as 2008.
Wow.
Gotcha. Wow.
I mean, mind you, the horror is dead now, unlike Bubsy, which is with us forever.
Well, yeah, Bubsy is like,
because the original one was for the original Macintosh and in black and white and very different.
Bubsy is literally like them children in The Shining, except they actually are playing with us forever.
Fun fact, Bubsy was supposed to be like a Cheetos cat game.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, they did. They considered buying the character, but then they were like, we don't want to spend the money on this, but it was supposed to be Cheetos cat.
They already made 2 of them.
And they were terrible. Those were terrible too. You could have picked that too, but evidently you picked some badass sorry games. I'll go ahead and go first since I didn't go first this time. Look, Miss Mustachio. Miss Mustachio.
You're nailing my name tonight. Doing it good.
Yeah. This video game was not created by a game design. The game designer wasn't even created. He wasn't into games. He was into sci-fi. Am I correct? You said that, right?
Yeah, he was a sci-fi writer.
All right, sci-fi writer.
He's a sci-fi writer for a video game company that specializes in text-based video games.
Right. That specializes in text-based video games. He is his character. He basically made a character, but basically he tried to focus more on the character than the gameplay. That's what I got to just from your declaration. Now here's some things against it. You got a good story. I want to vomit, but he's right. And I want to vomit on this for some odd reason. It did get 6 sequels for some reason. It's literally in plus. Somebody out there loves this damn game because it made money.
Still going.
Yeah, that's.
Fuck. Anyway, TPP. Damn, you got a whole paragraph right here. Dark setting. The dark setting of the mood is the dark setting. You go into this castle with the dark music and you think it's cool. It's not cool. That's what you said. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay. It has no storyline. You have to use your imagination. Basically, the ladder goes up and down. The controls are bad. Your body looks like a leg. Am I correct? Your body looks like a Lego man. Am I correct when you saying this?
Yep.
Okay, cool. You can run around.
Man, I said. I think it's
Okay,
big Lego man.
big Lego man. Okay, yeah, sorry. Get ready to trip and fall. You did say that. Am I correct? And it looks like it was animated by my 6-year-old kid.
3-year-old.
3-year-old kid. 3-year-old kid. You just added this into the argument when you're during the argument. You cannot jump over pits. Now, with that all said, I admit, Dark Souls is Dark Souls. Yeah, that is Dark Souls, isn't it? Dark Castle is terrible, and Bubsy is shit. I admit that. That is the shittiest game I have ever seen. I'm still wondering why there's 6 sequels.
How many have you played?
I played 3.
You're
See,
the problem.
this is why they continue.
You are the problem.
You are supporting the evil.
And how many Dark Castles did you play?
1. But here's the thing.
I rest my case.
Here's the thing. While I do agree that Bubsy is a shitty game and should be put into the deepest levels of hell and should forever burn in the hellfire and should just literally just sit there and do a continuous scene. Well, I would love to see it do a continuous scene of, the determined of the T8 the liquid Terminator literally just getting wrapped in fire and dying over and over and over again. I would love that. But TPP picked a non-playable fucking game. You can't play this damn game. This is the definition of a broken ass game. It's broken as shit. You can't play it, and it's terrible. And he reminded me of the damn music. Yeah,
if you pause it in the wrong time, then it sustains the note.
It sustains the note. And I just reminded myself of that. I was like, oh, that's worse than Bubsy. Because with Bubsy, I can pause it and it'll shut the music up. With that, it still stays on one fucking note. So for this, I have to give it to TPP. So TPP, you got the point in my eye. So yeah. It hurts me to say that because I hate Bubsy. But yeah.
Also, according to Who Long to Beat, there's at least been 2 people to beat this. And the longest time to beat it is 27 minutes, which I do not believe.
Who the fuck plays this? Damn it. Okay, Trink, who you thought won?
This went back and forth for me because I'm like, a game that literally you die because you can't tell what is passable and what's not. That's pretty bad. And then TPP was also like, he has no idea what he's doing in this entire game. So that's pretty bad. But then that game also got 6, her game got 6 sequels. That means it couldn't have been that bad, or it's a lot of money grabs. But either way, it still isn't a smart move. And then he said he didn't have any sequels, but then it came back that did have sequels, so I got confused. Considering I never owned a Sega Genesis, I didn't start playing video games till the NES. I've never heard of either of these. I'm gonna have to go with TPP, considering it did only get 2 sequels compared to having 6 sequels.
All right,
So I had to do a little worse somewhere.
All right, cool. So you're going with TPP. All right, cool. So it doesn't matter what Zach says. TPP got the point, but I want to hear from Fuck It All. TPP.
I would have given it to him too because she kept trying to hammer home how unplayable Bubsy is while he kept on, and that Dark Castle was playable even though we kept saying you can't jump over pits. But
when he said that, he won.
It's like that's how that works.
Yeah.
You can't say it's unplayable over and over if he tells you why it's unplayable.
That was the one that won it for him. When he said that, so you can't jump over pits
because he can't.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I played it. I was like, oh crap. So yeah, TPP.
Such a bad game.
So TPP, you get the win, but you are eventually both wrong once again because the worst Sega Genesis game is 1, 2, 3, Wayne's World. Wayne's World. It really sucks. Really bad.
I was going to say Madden, but
If you'd have said Rystar or you'd have said Batman Forever, I would have said, yeah, you probably
Rystar is pretty good.
And Batman Forever.
No.
Batman Forever is not bad on the Genesis. It was
No.
bad
No,
on the
yeah,
that mean?
yeah, Mac, you're right. It's not bad. It's fucking terrible.
fucking terrible. It's not bad on the Genesis. It's bad on the Genesis. It's fucking
No.
it's fucking terrible on the SNES. Believe me, trust me. I played the SNES version.
What about the Saturn arcade version?
We are not talking about that shitty ass game, damn it. No. Damn it.
I would still go with the original Madden.
Yeah, do you know what? I nearly did, but then I realised every time I've picked a sports game, it's never fucking done me well on this show, so I kept well clear.
Well, I mean, Zach is Zach is really wrong, so fuck him. Trent, what are they saying in the chat?
I mean, look at how many times they've tried to fix it.
They still fixed it.
We
so.
had no answers for this one.
Oh, we have?
No.
Madden couldn't be that bad. They put it on a double header with NHL.
I mean, look. Madden is a fucking good game. It is an awesome game. That shit was tight. I mean, they literally put the man on the fucking daggone cover.
The coach.
Yeah, the coach.
Not a player, the coach.
Yeah, the coach. Watch the Madden rap, you son of a bitch. Anyway.
Okay, like who like if it wasn't for his plays in the video games, who the fuck would know who John Madden is?
I know who John Madden is, you son of a bitch.
Exactly, you. That's it. No one.
I played the game.
And you're the guy that hates on Bubsy so much that bought 3 of them.
Yeah.
I reviewed that
Because
shit.
of you. This is
Look at
no.
Hey, they saw potential market.
It's all your fault.
No. Watch my daggone review on Bubsy. I know I'm still promoting. Watch my book on Bubsy 2. I literally tried to fix that game. I put fucking sugar.
Fix it.
I put fucking sugar and alcohol on it, and it still didn't fix itself. Damn it! Go watch the review.
Dude, I have to check on my puppy really quick. Keep this conversation going.
No problem.
Okay.
No problem.
Keep the rage going.
Yeah, Bubsy is a terrible game. Bubsy 3D sucks.
So why is the sequel to John Madden Football 2?
Because it's John Madden Football 2.
And then John Madden Football 92, and then John Madden Football 93.
99 was awesome. Fuck you.
Wow, it only took them near a decade to get it good.
There's another notable one that we haven't discussed, but what about Back to the Future? How bad was that?
I've never played the Genesis.
Oh, Jesus. You want to go and watch a video on Back to the Future? That game sucks. I don't even know what it sucks.
I mean, why did y'all
riding that horse, riding that fucking horse where you get hit by a tumbleweed, fall off, a horse picks you up and a fucking another tumbleweed knocks you off. What the fuck? No.
Yeah, I was cussing myself out in that game. I was like, fuck
you,
this guy, fuck
Back
this.
To the Future.
Fuck you, Back to the Future. Yeah. Also, I was going to get, actually, if I got in here, I would have got bold and I would have picked Sonic because, yeah.
I mean, maybe 3D Blast.
No, 3D Blast is okay. Sonic I had some problems. Technically, Marble Garden was the problem because that level can go to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I say experts is probably the worst, but it's just me.
All right. So chat, I hope the chat's ready for this question 3. Can we get some chats ready? Can the chat ever ready for question 3? Woo! Can we get some pew pews in the chat? Pew pew! Pew pew! Pew pew! Oh, sorry. All right. So I hope we get some pew pews in the chat. All right. Oh my God! Pew pew! Woo!
Awesome Possum is also a game.
Yes, awesome.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, fucking hell. Wasn't that on another show not long back? Did you stick that on there?
Awesome Possum, the gaming historian, just did an episode on him.
This is so bad. There were so many bad ones.
All right. Let's go to question 3, people. I mean, we're doing a good time on this.
There was also a Shaq Fu for it. Don't forget that.
We're not talking. That game is not to be spoken on this game. I've broken my game, damn it. I took my cost to society. I bought the game and I hit it with a hammer.
Only
Also,
you sat with the first Bubsy, you wouldn't have bought the other two.
I broke that game. That game's done. I destroyed
I
the
mean,
shit.
also there's Shaq Fu, like the new ones.
See, I gotta get more creative when I destroy a game because I
Yeah,
really was hoping.
you mean how about instead of like that, get them tattooed on your back or something?
No, I was gonna put Bubsy in acid, and then
Yeah, it's
again,
not creative.
No, it's not. It's not. Anyway,
Creative
question.
if you got every bad game you've ever done tattooed on your body for all of eternity.
You're literally trying to. We're not doing memento, damn it.
Oh no, I'm not saying you have to remember them. I just want them there.
I don't want to remember that shit. Anyway, question 3, damn it. Question 3. I don't want to remember these shitty games.
Sorry. Let's just go back. You definitely need a Bubsy tattoo to make sure that you don't buy 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
No! You saw the last video. I went insane.
You get the help me backwards like Al Snow on his head.
I hate all of you. Question 3. Question 3. Are you stalling because you're trying to think of another joke, you damn son of a bitch?
No, I wasn't
Wow.
actually.
Yeah. Question 3. Zach, read it.
What /U is the best best mascot for a game company and or console manufacturer excluding Mario?
All right, once again, I'm going to tell you before you start, y'all are all wrong, and I will tell you at the end. But before we start, let's go ahead and tell you, TPP, what is your answer?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Of course it is. Mr. Sashio, what is your answer? Uh-oh. Mute it. I think she's muted.
Miss D.
Oh, Rob.
That's the best mascot? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, TPP, tell us why Sonic the Hedgehog is the best mascots in gaming.
Okay, so Sega basically said to its developers, producers, game creators, whatever setup they had, I don't want to be held responsible for the setup because I wasn't there. I was 6. But they turned around and said, we need something to write. We need something to basically be designed that will be a mascot for the company and will overtake Mario. Along came Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog contributed to the console's popularity in North America. During October to December of 1991, the Genesis outsold the Super NES by 2-1. Its January 1992 peak, it had 65% of the market for 16-bit consoles. This is massive. This is why this mascot was the best. It put Sega on the map and put the console on the map. The Nintendo did eventually overtake Sega, but it was the first time since December 1985 that Nintendo didn't lead the console market. So the reason that he's the best mascot is they said, we need something that is going to be better or beat these or be different. And that's what they did. So from, in that time period, they built an absolute machine of a character. He also inspired the similar platforms like Busby, Aero the Acrobat, James Bond 3, Earthworm Jim, loads. It carried over to the next generation of consoles. You could take the likes of the developers behind Crash Bandicoot and GEX that have looked for an inspiration, and it was Sonic that they decided with. Obviously, it's had many sequels since. It's still going strong now. I'm not sure if it was 2019 or 2020. Whether we say it's a good movie or a bad movie, it's had a movie created, which not many games have that luxury. And like I say, it is rolled from 1991. I think it was 1990 or 1991 that it was created. It's still running strong 20 years later. It's been on many different platforms. You could get it on
Okay. All right. All right. All
You
right.
need to understand, Mike. If you hit it too hard, it clips, so we can't hear it.
Okay. So what I gotta do like this?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Luckily, I saw you smashing it, so I shut up. But you
Hulk
still
smash! Max
you still
smash!
continue to repeatedly smash your bell.
Smash! Max smash! Oh, sorry.
We
Sorry.
still need a louder bell.
Max
Get a
smash!
gong.
Bell.
Get a
I've
gong.
heard you need a
That's what we've been
bell.
saying, but he won't get a gong.
Max smash! Bell smash! Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah. Sorry. That's what Zach sees me every time. He's just Max smash bell. Zach, what you got to say? Okay. All right. I got it. I got it, man. I got you. All right. We'll go on with the show, man. I got you. All right. I got you. I see you telekinetic. We're telekinetic talking to me. I got you. All right. So you want me to go to Miss T? Okay. Cool. Cool. Got you. Got you. Got you. All right. Mr. Saccio, tell us why Rob the robot is the best mascots.
Well, Rob is not just a mascot, he was actually a business plan. The Japanese Nintendo company, after the crash of video games in America in 1983, needed to find a way to get video games back on the shelves. So they were actually the only reason Rob was not supposed to be a successful creation. It was just supposed to be a way that they could advertise for their company, Nintendo, without calling it a gaming system, because people were more into computers and didn't want to buy a new game system. So they specifically created like marketing that completely avoided the words video game and game cartridge. They like had different lingo for everything. Rob was a toy, and they marketed all through America. When surveys came back, the top answer for why people had bought the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, not the video game console. That's what they marketed. Was because of Rob, because robots were in. Short Circuit had just come out. Everybody was blown away, and everybody wanted a robot. So Rob was like the Trojan horse of video games. And yes, he only appeared to be like available to use in 2 video games, Gyromite and Stack Up, I think. But he wasn't supposed to play. He was slow, he made grinding noises, but he still remains today as playable characters and still has cameos in video games. He's a surviving character and actually did get Nintendo back into the American market even after the crash. And it was in 1988 when video games actually came back to America for Nintendo because of Rob, because everybody had bought these great systems. He's the best mascot because he opened up this broken market in a shorter time span that was ever expected, because people weren't buying game consoles. And he was the Trojan horse for video games. Rob came in, swooped in, did his job. And yeah, he's not like a video game character, but he still has all these cameos and everybody knows Rob. He's in the Super Smash games and he's in tons of other games, and he did his job. Like, he recovered from this big decrease in buying video game consoles, and that was the whole point. Like, in Japan, they just needed to get like Nintendo game consoles on the shelves, and they succeeded with Rob.
All right, cool. All right, we're gonna switch to gallery mode. We're gonna switch there. All right, what's Zach? Okay, I got you, Zach. All right, cool. I got it. I got you, Zach. All right, we're good. We're good, Zach. Okay, cool. All right. All right, Zach wanted me to tell you that you have 5 minutes. You may kill each other's and destroy others, and he wants blood. He really wants blood. He's crazy like that. He's looking at me with that. Okay, what, Zach? Okay, cool. He told me that. He told me to tell you this. He told me to tell y'all I'm awesome, and
How about I tell you that if you keep wasting our time, then viewers will leave, and I wholeheartedly support them.
I was about to say that you were going to be asleep by then, but
All right, Shrika, you ready?
Yeah, I guess. Do I have a choice?
I guess. Saki, you ready? All right. All right, y'all got 5 minutes. I'm gonna ring this bell. You may go at it starting now.
I just have a question about Sonic. So, yeah, he's a great character. He's iconic. Everybody knows Sonic. But is it just because he's well known that he's the best? Like, what makes Sonic special? Like, than Mario and then Link and the other well known video game characters? Why is he a great mascot?
As I said in my argument at the start, so from 1985, Nintendo held the market. Sega wanted something that would rival that, and they did it. Not just by one times, but they was outselling 2-1. This had never been done. Nintendo had never seen a rival like this. So it isn't just about Sonic the Hedgehog, the game, the character. It's about what he did for that franchise. He put Sega back on the map. You spoke about Rob being a Trojan horse and, really the driving force behind, a marketing ploy, and that is he did a good job in terms of what you were saying. But this is exactly what Sonic did. He came in, he overtook the market. I think he's sold over 140 million copies of various different games. Somewhere along that line, he's still running strong today. As opposed
Yeah,
to
he's a
two
great
games that
character
yours-
and a great singular game, but he doesn't stand for any other game besides Sonic the Hedgehog. Unless you play Wii Mario Olympics.
He stands for Sega. He brought Sega to the forefront. I mean, I'm just going to go straight in for the killer here. Back in your argument, you said that a survey was taking place as to why people decided to start buying Nintendo again. That survey was conducted through 200 people. It's not really a proper
No, it's
survey.
conducted all through New York City. They only released Rob in New York City, which was the biggest city and the biggest market, and that's
In
where they
January
conducted their survey.
1986, an independent research firm commissioned by Nintendo delivered a survey of 200 NES owners, showing the most popular reason given for buying an NES was because children wanted the robot. It was conducted by 200 people. That was it.
You're looking at the age ranges. Yes, children 7 to 11 will report that. Adults
it was
say
done
their
by-
child asked
It was
for
done
it.
by 200
People who asked their
people.
child
You
why
can't
they asked
claim
for
that-
it was because it had a robot.
You can't claim that this was a great thing. It came with 2 games. They stopped giving it updates from
Exactly,
because
because it wasn't supposed to have updates. Rob
it wasn't selling. They couldn't do
Rob
anything with
was
it.
not supposed to sell. It was supposed to get Nintendo back on the shelves, which it did.
Nintendo was
Yes,
already
Sonic
was
came
already
later,
winning the
and
war on
Sonic
video
did a
games.
great job.
No,
but
Nintendo was already
Rob
winning
got
the war
the
on video
Nintendo
games.
back on the shelves.
Nintendo was already winning the war on video games. They didn't
It was
need
not.
something that they
It
couldn't
could
do
have
anything
done
with.
it. It could have done it, but in less time. Rob made it a short time span. They did it in 3 years.
A short time span.
Yes.
It had 2 games issued with it the whole time.
The whole point was to just get people, because computers were coming out. People could play video games on their computers, so they weren't buying game consoles. Rob was to get Nintendo out of the video game genre
so if
and
it's to
onto
get it out of the
toy
video
store
game
shelves.
genre, if it was to get it out of the video game genre and on the shelf, how many did it sell?
After the first 2 years, I think 4 million.
It sold 4 million in 2 years.
Actually, yes. Yes, it was very successful. Nintendo started selling 4 million consoles by 1988, I think.
No, no. How many robots did it sell? Not consoles.
Oh,
how many
robots didn't sell. Robots did not sell, but people started saying, and 98% of those people.
So hold on, because if
98% of people told the survey company, whoever took the surveys, I don't have the name of it, I'm sorry, that they recommended it to their friends and family. 98%. So it was word of mouth.
200 people, 98% of 200 people. That is how many people
high
took that
percentage
test.
if you look at the statistics.
But you didn't sell. But the robot didn't sell anything. So if the robot was there to get Nintendo back on the shelf, then the robot would have sold with Nintendo.
No company was going to partner with a video game company, so they marketed Rob as a toy, tricking everyone into thinking they were buying a toy robot to get Nintendo on the shelves. Sonic did a decent job of being a character in a very successful
No,
game genre.
Sonic
I love
revolutionized
Sonic.
Sega. Sonic
But-
was Sega's mascot. Sonic is Sega's mascot. It's written in history. That is the mascot behind the company.
Yes, but
Is
he
Sega.
has fun games.
Your mascot
yes,
behind
but
NES
what did
is
he do
Mario.
for
It's
the
not
video
Rob.
game industry?
Rob isn't the mascot
What did
behind
Sonic
Nintendo.
do for the
Shut the
Mario
fuck up.
is the mascot. Mario's the
Okay.
mascot.
I said, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
I love you, TPP.
I love you too. Wait, am I looking at it? Is that a heart or binoculars?
It's a
Not
heart.
sure.
And I'm looking at you through my binoculars.
All right. Anybody got a question? Zach? Trent?
I'm still in like, what the hell just happened at the end there?
Okay.
Overload does not compute.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Okay. I want to know one thing. My question is, how does we heard a lot of good things about each of your characters and what they did for their mascots. I want to know one thing. Here's a good question. I want to know if this is a good question. What would have happened if your character did not exist? Is that a good question?
Yeah.
All right. So, TPP, what would happen if Sonic never existed?
As with all gaming franchises, whether it's a Mega Drive, a PlayStation, a Nintendo, whatever, if the video game didn't exist, there would probably have been a little bit of a longer time where Nintendo dominated the market. Inevitably, the point that I'm making is it wouldn't be too detrimental because somewhere along the line there would be a game that would have been created that would have either been similar to Sonic or would have had the run that Sonic's had throughout on Sega, the same as Mario on Nintendo. Something would have been created. So if it wasn't Sonic, it'd be something else.
All right. So basically, NES will have more time of dominance. Okay.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, that's what they would have had with Mario.
All right. All right. I like the honest answer. It's cool. All right. Mr. Sashio, tell us what would happen if Rob the Robot did not exist?
Well, at the same time that like the video game like crash happened in 1983, like everybody started buying PCs. I don't remember the numbers, so I'm not going to try to say them, but a lot more people were playing video games on their PCs. And Rob actually broke that market and made people start to buy consoles again. They were kind of like a hero. Rob was a hero for Nintendo. And he got like consoles into the American market. They were already kind of big in Japan already, but like I don't know, like who's to say how many years it would have taken for them to bounce back if they didn't have Rob as an advertising ploy for America.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. All right. Zach, facts.
Let's see.
And there's one fact I want to know. Was Nintendo already? Because I had this marked as fact check. Was Nintendo winning the war? Winning the war? Was they winning the war? Because I had that as a fact check.
When?
During with Mr. Sasha before Rob? What are they winning the war?
Well, yeah, the only competition was the 7800.
Okay, gotcha.
And the later on in the Master System, and that didn't make stateside for quite a while.
Gotcha. Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure because I had that marked in my notes.
But that's in that's within overall video game series because that's the only industry
right
applicable to. And
right.
I mean, technically, is the set like the Atari 2600 was still selling. Like seriously, the Atari Junior was selling around that time.
Right. All right, that's it. Or you got more?
Uh, there's not super reliable data on the poll numbers for Rob. Like I understand what TP was saying with the numbers that we're given are very very skewed, but I also can't find anything else that's really solid either.
Right.
But this was also the 80s, and those kind of records were really not kept, especially for an industry that wasn't exactly doing at its best yet.
Right.
So,
all right. Anything else, man?
let me just go into who I think won.
Nah, I was gonna let. I just want to put the pressure on Trent. Trent, who you thought won?
Oh, thank you.
Come on.
Okay, this is hard because Sonic is a classic, but the thing is, over the last few years, Sonic has not done well, mostly in video games itself. So Sonic isn't looked as nearly as great upon as they used to be. I've heard of Rob, like he's still a cameo character that people are like, oh yeah, you can get him in Smash if you have the amiibo and all that kind of stuff. And I'm pretty sure it was one of those amiibos also that sold out pretty quickly because those collectible things that people do with amiibos that get really scary and they start selling them for like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, they've kind of leveled off on that.
Thank goodness, because it was literally just people buying them by the thousands just to sell them on eBay later for a ridiculous price. That's what it mostly was. But it's kind of because both are a weird like image that people kind of know. Like I didn't know him as a robot. I know him as the Nintendo robot. That's what I think of when.
Right.
So it's.
Sonic was the first video game mascot to have a Macy's Day Parade float.
Is he? That's interesting.
Yep.
Wow. No Mario?
Like.
Nope.
Interesting.
Who has several floats, but I mean, apparently everybody hates Pokemon on this channel.
I don't.
Also, I said first to have one. Pokemon hadn't been invented for several decades.
All right.
I don't know. This is really hard.
It is. That's the reason we put the pressure on you first.
Oh, thank you. Looking at everything, and from what I know, like I said, I know Sonic has not done well in the last few years, considering their games have been really bad lately. It's been more than a few years now. I'm gonna have to go with Rob.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and go next. I'm gonna leave Zach for last.
Oh no, you left me for last time.
Oh, you want to go next? Oh yeah, you go next.
All right. Look, if we're talking about like character impact, Rob is recognizable to video game fans and only video game fans. Sonic's pretty universally recognizable through multiple mediums. Cartoons, movies, fucking comic books. Like he's had a incredibly long shelf life, and while the opinions on him go back and forth, I mean, recently I'd say he's doing all right with Sonic Mania, but then also Sonic Forces, but he is still considered iconic. Even in his badness, he's considered iconic. Like, no matter what he does, it has to be huge. Where Rob sort of just gets a call out now and then. So, like even poor publicity is publicity. Where just, hey, there you are, something remembers. That's bad for publicity, which does not make them particularly good at being a mascot. Like Rob was not really like taken on the same way. Like Sonic, ended up being like used in Sega advertising. He was used in advertising for the Saturn, and he wasn't on the Saturn. There was no Sonic game for the Saturn.
I can fact check on that.
No, I mean there was no mainline Sonic game for the Saturn.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So I mean, but he was still being pushed around that time. So, I mean, I'm going to give it to Sonic just because everybody knows who Sonic is. People have to think about who Rob is. Whether they have negative or positive feelings about Sonic, they know who he is.
Right.
And for marketing it for a mascot, that's point number one.
Right.
I gave a list of terrible mascots before. You know how bad they can get.
Yeah, we know. We know. We did the damn show. Fuck you. Yeah, I agree with Trink. This is really hard. TPP, you said it's a mascot that helped. Basically, Sonic helped the Genesis literally thrive. It helped the Genesis outsell the SNES. It helped them. Mr. Sasha, your argument is it was a business plan, and I mean, first glance, I would have thought when you picked Rob, I thought, man, I don't know who the fuck Rob is, but you gave me a good story about Rob and how he sold games, and it's interesting. But the problem I have here is while I admit that Rob is interested, that's why I gave you that final question. And y'all wondering why I gave you that question. I gave you that question because what would happen if Rob was gone or Sonic was gone? And that question really helped me pick the argument easily because no offense with Mr. Sasha, Rob would not change anything. Without Rob would still not change anything. No offense. That's where I was also wanted that fact check because it wouldn't have changed anything. They would have won it anyway. They still had Mario in their back pocket, and they still had Link, and they still had Legend of Zelda in that. And no offense, I played Jeremite, and I can't believe you brought that game up. That game is trash.
What did you just say?
Gyromite.
Gyromite.
Yes. You don't remember that game.
No, I do, but I'm like, but whatever word you said was not that.
Oh yeah, Mr. Murder out a certain way. Yeah, Gyromite. I played Gyromite, and it's not
also good. What's worse though, that or Stack Up, because they're both pretty.
Oh, they're both trash.
They're both shit.
That's not the point.
That's not the point, but also that's not the point, and I admit that's not the point, but I have to go with TPP for this because it while I admit it didn't do good over the course of time. That is true. Over the course of time, Sonic didn't do well. But if we're going for the period piece at the time, period piece, if Sonic does not exist, I don't think Sega does too well. Eventually they'll get a game, but they won't be neck and neck. I don't think we don't get Sonic. We're probably not getting a Dreamcast or hell, we're not even getting Dreamcast, which was, no offense, an underrated system. We would not be getting these systems that would come out because without Sonic. And not only that, Sonic is literally a medium that we technically need because it is fun. So I got to go with TPP on this one. So yeah, TPP gets my vote. Sorry, Miss Sasha.
That's all right.
I still love you.
I still love you too.
Also,
the other thing though, Mac, that you say there is very interesting because without Sonic, you probably end up with a series of shit Mario games very quickly.
Yeah.
That also
or Bubsy. Bubsy could be Sonic.
No.
No.
You see, the thing is, people warmed to Sonic immediately.
Yeah.
That's the difference there.
No, I love Sonic, so that was a hard round because
Has anyone watched the Netflix series on the history of video games?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
You should watch that because it's got a very good insight onto Sonic because when they was looking at the character, they had a hedgehog, a turtle,
Mr. Needle Mouse.
Else. Yeah.
All right.
And the mouse, yeah.
All right, but I have to add. So, Zach, do you got my picture of my pick or no?
No.
God damn it. Okay. The reason why I said you are definitely both wrong. You are
Oh, God.
so wrong.
We
The
got
best Sega mascot is Sega de Sancho. Sega de Sancho. Sega de Sancho. Sega de Sancho.
Well, he is the best. I would say he's not a good mascot.
But
No.
he was the best. That motherfucker fling people around and literally told you to buy a Sega Saturn. Buy Sega Saturn! And
he's a living caricature of himself.
he was a living character. He literally saved Sega. Fuck Sonic. He saved Sega. Fuck it. He saved it. He saved
The
Sega.
Dreamcast. Wait, what are you talking about? The fucking Saturn was a failure.
No, he saved Sega. They were trying to blow it up. They
I
saw the
love-
commercial,
listen.
damn it.
Listen, you'd have more of a shout if you'd have said Sega Rally Championship would have saved the Saturn, as opposed to that shit you're talking now.
Oh, fuck you.
Uh,
Also, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Also, you probably have a lot more Sega wear and tear on you as opposed to here in the States where we really don't get much.
I want people in the chat sitting there singing Sega de Sancho. Sega de Sancho, Sega de Sancho, Sega de... Wait, I want people... Oh, go ahead.
To be fair, Zach, there was a lot of rivalry between Nintendo and Sega.
And then you all lived through the spectrum, and I'm sorry
But-
about that.
I am...
No, but over here, we, you know, I don't know. I was a kid back in that day, and to me, it seemed to go. It seemed to sort of always be Mega Drive as opposed to Nintendo.
Right.
Yeah, when I speak to a lot of Americans, and we always have a debate.
Oh yeah, no, it's the
I always
opposite
say-
here.
Yeah, when I always say Sega was better than the NES, you know, so much hate. You guys are so hateful to the Sega.
All right, and also, I just now that I want to sing Sega de Sancho, it makes me want to go outside and get one of them chickens and fling it around and make them explode.
Not your fucking chickens again.
I have a serious chicken problem.
I do, but I eat chicken in front of them. So, anyway,
I have a serious chicken problem.
yeah, I do.
You got chicken issues, bro?
No. Anyway, so what they're saying in the chat, Trink.
Oh,
All right, they went with Master Chief and Pikachu.
Master Chief, really?
Almost chose Pikachu, but then I remembered you.
They also
Like-
found Pac-Man is now also on the list.
Pac-Man, at least I remember. But like Master Chief, I know nothing about him.
Oh.
You see, what are they? What are they trying to say? What is he the mascot of? He's the mascot of the Halo series. He's not the mascot of a fucking console, is he?
Game.
Well, to be fair, Xbox.
No, I'll stop you there. We're not even going to talk anymore.
No, I'm saying they
You're wrong.
tried and failed a lot.
I was going to say, Minecraft Steve was more of a mascot for Xbox than fucking Master Chief was.
Oh, do you want to bring up Links to Time Sweeper? Because I did.
All right, guys.
Jesus.
Which one would you rather have now, fuck boy?
Tetris was more of a fucking mascot than Master Chief.
I am the L block. I am the mascot.
All right, guys, we got one more question. All right, TPP, you have the lead. You are one question away from going to the finals. But also, Mr. Saccio, if you win this point, we're going to PvP again. All right.
Sake.
Please let us all go home early.
Yes.
You better be good, TPP.
All right, guys.
Shit.
Let's get to the final question of the night, which is the final question, and I will read it because I'm enjoying this. Look, guys, this is a staple of the show, and seeing that this piece of shit won the NBA Finals, fuck you, LeBron. I want you to pitch a game with LeBron James as your main character.
As our fellow from across the pond, what would be the equivalent to LeBron James?
LeBron James.
LeBron
You have
James.
no idea who
Yeah.
he is either, dude.
Yeah, David Beckham.
See, now that would have been a better question.
The reason I'm saying David Beckham is he's such an icon, as is LeBron James, and I don't care what you say. He's better than Jordan. He's better than Curry. He's the best ever NBA basketball player to play.
How much NBA basketball have you watched?
He's better than Jordan.
That doesn't answer the question.
No. You're wrong, but I'm not. That's
No,
just
no. To be fair, Mac, I'll surmise it. He's the best of his generation.
Okay, I agree with that. All right, guys, this is not GF1 Sports. We're going to be talking about LeBron James. All right, guys. So as we do with everybody, we just basically want to hear your title, and your declaration will just basically you be given the pitch, and we're not going to be arguing. So this is how we do a pitch question. You know how it goes. All right, so this time, Mr. Saccio, you're going to give us your answer, and you're going to give us your answer. And what is your answer, Mr. Saccio?
LeBron versus the Heat, Shrinky Dinks battleground.
Awesome. TPV?
LeBron James in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
I want to hear this damn pitch from you. All right, Mr. Sasha, tell us why. Tell us, give us your pitch.
Me your pitch?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And you get 5 minutes.
Just some quick background. LeBron was traded to the Heat after his team, the Cavaliers, lost, and he became a free agent. He thought he could win an NBA trophy. I don't know. I don't watch basketball. With the Heat. So he joined the Miami Heat. They're also considered kind of the enemies. Also, he sponsors Powerade. So my game, the tutorial. LeBron is in a gym. In the gym, you learn he's warming up. You learn how to jump. You learn how to shoot. You learn how to duck and dodge during this tutorial. Suddenly, you hear screams. You turn around. A giant Shrinky Dinks. Shrinky Dinks were a toy in 1973. They're still around, where you put a piece of plastic in an oven and the heat shrinks it. So every time LeBron is hit with these Shrinky Dink robots from outer space, he shrinks a little bit. If you find Powerade, you regain stamina and you can grow. But if you get hit too many times, you shrink and then you become a keychain. So you die. And then there's a cutscene where like you're hanging off a little girl's backpack on her way to school if you die, and it's game over. So he hears screams during his warm-up. Suddenly, he sees this robot. The robot comes down and he's shrinking everyone left and right. LeBron James is already built bigger than the other characters. He's hit with one of the ray guns during a cutscene. His coach screams from the sidelines, "LeBron, what happened? You shrank." He looks down. His sneakers aren't fitting. He shrunk. Suddenly, he looks up. He says, "It's the heat." So he starts. Is that the end? You hit the.
No.
God. Okay.
I was swinging my pen down when I heard you.
So he says, "It's the heat. You fire basketballs into the boss. This is your first boss fight. You fire basketballs into the oven of the Shrinky Dink. Every time you hit it, it gets weaker. It starts to retreat. It starts to go through a portal to outer space. LeBron jumps towards it, angry that he shrank. And the robot takes him with him to another planet. Here, you must find the main robot, Shrinky Dink Master King, and you must defeat him before he can shrink the Earth and add it to his planet collection. Thank you." Also, you're armed in this new world with a rocket launcher that fires basketballs. So, you got that. Standing ovation! Yeah!
Okay, that's a good one. I gotta get up and clap for that one. Okay, guys, that was good. Awesome. Awesome pitch. I did like it's the heat. Okay. TPP. Stop that.
Oh, Shrinky Dinks. Jesus. LeBron James, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Okay, so you got the the biggest icon of basketball currently, going into one of the greatest video games created. LeBron's not had it his own way since he was a kid. Okay, he often moved around as a youngster, so he would fit in here because he's obviously got a good knowledge of the background gangster life. Just imagine LeBron. just imagine him walking around with a baseball bat. Right, he summed it up. The reason that this came to my head the other day, okay, I watched it after the playoffs the other day, where he's doing his little speech, and he turns around and says, "I want my respect." Now this guy's going to go around absolutely terrorizing the streets of San Andreas. Give him a baseball bat, no other weapons. Watch him take down mighty gangs, slam dunking them into the basketball courts. What he'd do is, you could see him now, ringing people up. Hey man, you want some drugs? You come to the basketball court. They turn up. This guy's there, baseball bat. Okay, let's do a little 2-on-2. Start smashing people around the head, dunking their heads into the basket, taking all the money off him, and your empire is all built up around a basketball court. Okay, so LeBron's just literally roaming the streets of San Andreas, doing what he wants, and every time he does something, he goes, "I just want my respect, man." He's already made key influential decisions within the NBA, so I'm sure the mayor of San Andreas wouldn't be difficult. Hey, bro, I want to earn some more money from drugs. Okay, yeah, send them down. Max, stop laughing. You're putting me off. This is a serious pitch. He's obviously a very successful individual. He's obviously very charismatic. The people of San Andreas would bow down to him. I've no doubt in my mind if we could incorporate him into that game, the sales, you would have sports meets thuggery in the best possible kind of way. Who doesn't want to see? Look at the size of the guy. He's massive. What is he? 6'8", 6'9"? He's built really well. Would you fuck with him if you was going for a drug deal? Would you? Would you pull out your little Tommy gun for fear of them fucking arms just taking all the bullets? Just picture him, Mask-esque, where bullets get shot at him. I'm going to go with a little pew-pew here. And it'd just be, it's really just a funny idea that I had. Why the fuck not have the biggest star of the NBA in one of the biggest games meeting, just being an absolute bastard on the streets of San Andreas? I'd love to walk into the strip club and he just starts throwing his millions around like, "Hey bitch, get them titties out." Walking into the back, "Yo, motherfucker, I got a baseball bat, give me your money." That's it, I'm done. I've got nothing else. It's just a fucking funny concept.
Oh my god.
Like this round. This was
Oh my god. I just pictured LeBron saying Orange Grove Street, bitch.
Respect my orange grocery, bitch.
Spent my Orange Grove Street. Just going around with a baseball going around with a baseball bat at the court. You ready to represent the set, homie? What the fuck? Oh shit. Oh man. All right, that's the pitch, people. We don't got no facts. Going off of those pitches, Zach, who you thought won, man?
I'm good.
No, who you thought won? No. Who
I
you thought?
understand.
Why you say you're good?
I said I'm good.
You son of a bitch. I hate you so much.
I'm letting you hoisted by your own petard of a bad idea.
Trent, who you thought won?
Mustachio, because first off, TPP, yours sounds like a mod. It's a mod. You could mod San Andreas. You could mod San Andreas to have LeBron James. It's not original. There's nothing original about the entire thing. You can mod it. Shrinky Dink in a basketball player. Let's do that, because I want to Shrinky Dink everybody. That sounds like a great idea.
You just ask him to make a LeBron Shrinky Dink. It's the same.
But you can't. It's a shrink. And what? What game? Tell me.
Whatever game you want.
No, that's not how
you can mod it in any game.
No, it's not.
You can mod LeBron in any game you want.
All
I
right.
can
Jesus Christ,
insert him
I can
into
even
any
give you
game.
Sonic. I can even give you Sonic LeBron if you want.
All right. All right. So, personally, I'm going to be honest here, TPP. I agree. Your game just feels like a mod, and I would love to play your game, but I feel like I can mod it. Mr. Sasha created a game that I really want to play. Like, at first, I was like, what the fuck? And then I heard it, and then I was like, yeah, this seems like a game. Yeah, the heat. It wasn't just the heat; is the way you did it. Like, if you lose, if you lose the game, you're going out on the bet. You're going out. I kind of dig it. It seems like something interesting. I feel like actually I feel like somebody actually is going to watch this, and that some game dev is literally going to take this and steal your idea and use it. Because I actually can see a game dev actually stealing this. So I got to go with Stashio. Zach, your agreement with this, or you just like, I'm gonna stay out of this?
It doesn't matter. So I have no opinion.
Who the fuck stop? Yeah, you're mad or you fuck. Come on.
I don't have an opinion on this.
Also, my game would have been LeBron James Ace Attorney. Literally doing court work and literally having, I had it all. Anthony Davis literally getting court for fouling somebody, and then it's him against, and then literally it's Kyrie Irving is Miles Edgeworth, and he's literally Phoenix Wright, and he's literally just setting up the court, and they're trying, and Mike Silver is the judge. Also, it works. You found that guy. No, you didn't. That's bullshit. That was bullshit. Objection. Fuck you. That's my game. So TPP, you choked. We're going to the PvP round.
Can I have 30 seconds real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Sorry, people. TPP, we're going to PvP. So this time, you got it this time, though. I think you got it. I think you good. You good, TPP? You good?
I'm all good, bruh.
All right, cool. All right. So while she's doing that, what are they saying in the chat?
Well, they were like, I don't know if I want a reskin of San Andreas. I was like, it sounds more like a mod. They're like, it is a mod. Oh my god, you can mod the game. It is a mod.
Yeah.
And then accidentally, I'm not even gonna try. Found TPP's idea offensive.
It sounded offensive, did it?
That means it'd be a fucking great game.
All right, here we go. Somebody else said something.
How can you find LeBron James in San Andreas offensive?
Just throwing this out there. There's a mobile game called Frag. Is it Frag, right? Am I right? Frag?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Slightly like Overwatch, where there's a basketball character with rocket launchers as a arm that shoots basketballs. It's really fun.
Wow. I'm cool.
All right. With that said, people, we are going
Gamer 0.
We are going to PvP. All right. Hey, you got a coin? We got a coin?
Yes.
We meet again, TPP, for the PvP.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
It's tails.
Boo.
All right, so PPP, you get to choose who do you want to give the question. Also, or you can go first, or you can choose to go first or last. So which one are you going to do?
I'll go last.
All right, Mr. Stasho, who do you want to give you your question? Choose your destiny.
Trank.
Fuck.
An MMO survival game.
What?
No. You gotta give him the question first. You got to give the answer. You got to let them give you the
Oh.
answer. Yeah, that's how it goes.
I don't know. Question.
Just do it off the top of your head. I always do.
Just do it. Give them a tell them what answer. Tell them your answer. Like for example, you know, like what bottles? What's you know, what soda do you want? What's you know, what soda you drink or something?
Generic question followed up by a specific question.
Yeah.
That's even more confusing. I was just gonna go with the pick a best horror villain, but okay.
Honestly, if you want to do that, I say go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Best horror game villain.
Okay. Do I answer now?
Yeah.
The father from Mad Father.
All right.
Wait, do I give my argument or just my answer?
Next.
No. Next. No. TPP.
Give me a minute. Who did you say, Stachio? Sorry.
I said the father from Mad Father.
It's an RPG maker game.
Jesus Christ, I don't play horror games.
Then you're gonna lose. I take it.
Yeah, quite possibly.
All right, just come up with something.
The xenomorph from Alien.
Okay.
Ooh, cool.
That actually was in a horror game.
That's a horror game.
Yeah.
Well, Alien Isolation is.
Yeah.
The other
yeah.
ones, let's we can table that discussion for now.
Yeah, we can. So what is it? The best horror? Best horror? That's your question, or are you going to give another question? Trent?
I said the best villain from horror games. So.
All right. Trent, tell us why.
Explain why Mad Father is the best.
Yep.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. All right. He is the best villain because he shows compassion, but only in the worst ways. Throughout the whole game, you think you can trust him. You play as the daughter character that is always protecting her father, who is a mad scientist. And later, as the story progresses, you find out that the mother did not pass away from being sick. He murdered her. There's a final cutscene, where the daughter has to choose if she wants to save the ghost of her mother or protect her father from the ghost of her mother. If you protect the father and save his life, he's always been compassionate and caring and loving to you. He bought you a bunny. There's so many cutscenes throughout the games where he just shows love and rains on you and just dotes on you. And then after the fact, he turns you into a doll. You become a science experiment. He's been capturing people and turning them into dolls. So he is the best villain because you never see it coming. He's so loving and compassionate. And he acts like he really wants to love you. In fact, he actually adopts a... Ooh. Okay.
Yep. That's time. You got a minute. Yep. Sorry.
That's okay.
All right. TPP.
Okay, the xenomorph from Alien Isolation he's so freaky because, I mean, he walks around. I'm sure he has a bladed tail, which in itself is just ridiculous to even encounter. How he even finds you in the game is also another thing because he doesn't even have eyes. His sockets are empty, which means he could only possibly be listening to you from his, through his ears. Not only that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you face him as an M-boss, but throughout the game, as he's wandering around, you can literally only hide from him and hope that you hear the footsteps going away from him. I've never been a massive Alien fan, but this character is, he really is one that when you look at him, you think, wow, you are scary. and the fact that you just don't know when he's going to appear. And like I say, you have to hide from him in order for him to eventually go away. Otherwise, it's very quickly game over if you meet the xenophobe.
All right. All right, Trent. All right, Mr. Sasha, you have two options. You can boost your argument, or you can go after TPP. Which one will you choose?
I'm gonna go after TPP.
All right,
Man.
but you cannot boost your argument, just so you know. All right.
All right. What makes a good villain in a video game is actually like characteristics that make it unpredictable, because you don't see it coming. The xenomorph is actually just a monster. You know, it can be summed up in every video game across the board. It's a monster. It hears you, it attacks you, it kills you, and it has specific attacks designated to it. There's no like guessing, there's no mystery. You see a xenomorph, you gotta run or you gotta fight or you gotta die. So like there's no like extra.
Okay. Time. TPP.
I am going to boost my argument.
All right, that's good. I'm ringing the bell. You may start now.
Your opening statement was you don't see it coming is a characteristic of a villain. You don't see this guy coming. You don't know he's there. You're walking around the game and all of a sudden he just appears and you have to hide because you can't engage him, because if you engage him, you are dead and that is the end of your game, or you'll restart from the latest checkpoint. And that can be an ongoing cycle. And that is what makes this guy an absolute horror villain, because you can't beat him until you get to the end of the game. So all the way throughout it, you're constantly on the lookout and he just appears. You are not expecting it. You don't see him come in. He comes when he wants to come. You don't get to decide that, and you don't get to dodge it. He's there.
All right, guys, here we go. All right. This is it, the moment of decision. All right. Zach, who you thought won, man?
I was leaning towards Mad Father before TTP actually kind of brought it back, but it's like, no, this is what makes him dangerous specifically, because he may just be a monster, but he's a fucking amazing monster. Like, they're good at what they do.
All right.
Also, the idea of the father is the villain of a game called Mad Father. Shockers. Sorry, that's just doesn't really come off as a reveal.
Right,
I mean,
right.
Alien.
Supposed to be a play on Mad Scientist.
But still, the mad scientist is the bad guy. Hold up. This is all new.
So I guess you're going with TPP?
I am, because it
all right.
Nothing really, like a xenomorph is just basically good at everything it needs to do to scare the living piss out of you.
Right. Trink.
This is a hard one because both are they're horror in their own different ways. Monster horror and the subtle psychological horror that then builds up to the disappointing your father's killing you kind of thing. Xenomorph is a longtime villain with a lot of quirks that if you're a longtime watcher, you would of the movies, you would know. But as a new player, that would be absolutely horrifying. If you've never, watched the movies or any of the other games or any of the other thousands of things that have been put out on, on the Alien series, including, I believe there's also comics, isn't there?
There are.
Yeah.
Mind you, not everything goes into detail to how to actually win.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, the same moves are predictable after a certain point.
Yeah.
Face huggers, all that great stuff. Chest bursters, sorry. Yeah. Considering they're also even an arc. They've added xenomorphs to arc. I've not played Mad Father. I've actually never played all of Alien Isolation. I only played the demo when it came out.
You want me to go ahead and go?
Yeah, because I can't think here. That both sound really interesting.
All right, here's my thing. I have played Alien Isolation, and I needed a description from Mustachio. Um, and I understand while it's a character that's a mad scientist that is interesting, that's something that is good, but it doesn't really something that I just like. Oh crap! This sounds more so like you know I think it's not nothing that scares me because I mean there's that guy from the I mean to me if I were to compare this guy to that guy in Outlast the whistleblower, the guy who literally thinks you're a god, like you're a woman who wants to fucking kill you and wants to literally chop your thing off. I think that guy's a little bit more scary than this guy because he literally just wants to torture the shit out of you. This guy seems like he wants to experiment with you, but you're a fucking doll and it's already over. And I was like, okay, cool, that's scary. Xenomorph is a fucking shark.
It's just a monster, though. It's not.
It's a fucking shark that only knows one thing: to kill. And I play Alien Isolation, and that motherfucker can hide.
Predictable.
No, but Session, I mean, there's a part in the game.
Let me put it to you this way. Does it matter if it's predictable or not if the bullet is lodged in your skull?
Yeah.
No, it does not.
No, it does not.
It does not matter how predictable that bullet lodged in your skull is. It matters is you're dead.
Yeah, you're dead. And there's one part in particular that gets me every time when I played it. Is my first time playing it is I thought I escaped, and all of a sudden you see drool coming down from the sky from in front of you, and then all of a sudden, and then you look down, and it's this fucking tail in your in your chest, and you're dead. And all you see is the last thing you see is him, the xenomorph, literally just putting this like it just that's fucking freaks me out every time I see that. That's like fuck, So while I admit yours is interesting and scary, the xenomorph is really to me in this instance scarier. So I gotta go with xenomorph. Sorry. I wish I played your game though.
Yeah, no, I should have picked a more popular game.
Yeah.
I've actually played it. I think it's good. The thing is, it was good for what it was in 2012. It's not exactly anything.
Oh, it's still decent.
Yeah, but it's
a
not
pixel game. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not exactly like I'm sorry. There are better, slower psychological horrors out there than that.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So, Trink, what do you think? So I'm gonna just for the fuck of it, who you thought won?
I have no idea. Like, I haven't played either of the games, or seen enough of either. To like the parts I've seen of Alien Isolation have actually never had the alien in it. When I've watched people play,
all right,
they've always been where they're dealing with the androids.
Why it's not predictable? It's unpredictable.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's actually a good thing, not a bad thing.
No,
Yeah.
but when I've seen people be like, "Oh, the alien's nearby," they've avoided it every time. So I've never seen it because it shows up on that radar thing.
Yeah, that's the thing that kind of fucks you up a little bit. I guess we'll go ahead and just say TPP won. TPP won.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yay!
Yay! All right, all right, TPP. So TPP, congratulations. You are going to the fucking finals to face Eric Asemacher. So I really hope that and Trill.
Yeah, no, you said you weren't going to reveal it because you wanted people to go and watch at the start.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Zach said it. Zach
Well,
said
listen, Trill. If you're watching, I owe you a fucking revenge as well. So I'm going for you next.
Shit. Trill, I hope you're watching. Trill XL, I hope you're watching.
Coming for you.
He is calling you out, damn it.
Oh, you're coming for me? No. I'm
coming.
coming for you.
He's coming for you today. Trill, he has called you out. Say it. Say something, Trill. Say something, damn it.
Kick butt, TPP. All right.
He's gonna
I'm
say
rooting
something.
for you.
He's gonna say something. He's gonna say some shit right now. Give him a minute. But yeah, yeah. So what they're saying in the chat? Are we getting some hate, death threats?
Yeah, a little bit, yes.
Damn it! Who wants to kill me now?
Traveling gamer.
Why?
It's the most predictable creature if you've seen any of the movies. Psychological horror over jump scares.
Wow.
Psychological horrors had better things than it was your dad. Sorry.
It was no. I mean, Camp Sleepaway Camp had a good psychological horror because it was a dude.
Like you want
Everybody got quiet as soon as I said that.
No, I was thinking most good psychological horror you can't even pick a primary protagonist. If you wanted to pick Silent Hill, you would literally have to pick the fucking town.
Yeah.
I pick everything
in it.
Everyone in it. Like
no, but I mean, you could pick one monster that really scares you, I guess.
Yeah, but they're all technically just part of the town. They're all part of one thing.
All right.
I mean, everybody's favorite monster is Pyramid Head.
Not really. I mean,
no,
also
I like
there's
Siren Head.
also
Siren
there's
Head,
multiple.
who's in the woods.
Yeah, Pyramid Head would have been a bit.
All right.
Pyramid Head's
But
probably
I chose for some of my favorite villains was Wesker from Resident Evil, because that motherfucker just wouldn't die.
Yeah, but is he scary?
Yeah.
At times, it's definitely more of
Wesker, you're pitiful.
At times, like I said.
I could play that on loop. That'd be great.
I will slap him in the face. Anyway.
And the Doctor from Dead by Daylight.
Like I said, I think the scariest villain, I forgot his name, and he does die. You do kill him, but he's fucking scary. It's the scissors guy in Outlast. He scares the shit out of me every time. He haunts me every time.
I thought you were gonna say this.
No, not
the guy from Scissor Man.
Yeah, no, not the scissor guy. He keeps screaming the let me sell you the dream. I was like, what the fuck? Can't wait for me. I want you to sell me nothing, you damn son of a bitch.
I mean, Scissors Man was also a good horror game villain.
Okay.
Oh, you talking about the
from
one
Clock
from
Tower?
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
I don't. Well, I wouldn't. Is 3 technically like?
Yes. 3, there is a Scissor Man, but there's 2. They're twins, and it's Rudy and Janice.
I do know that both of the sequels originally had nothing to do with Clock Tower.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this over because I know Zach is tired and I gotta eat. All right, so with that said, people, with that I close the book. TPP is going to the finals. So as of right now, I can go ahead and say it right here, right now. You ain't gonna watch it. I'm sorry, I spoiled it. We will now have in the finals, which will be December.
Eventually, or something or other.
It will be in December, but it will be in December. But I have the date. I want to thank y'all for joining us. But before we start, let's go ahead and get the plugs. I'm gonna go ahead and plug the other semifinalists versus the semifinalists. Mrs. Sachel, she fought hard to get here. Hopefully we'll get you on season. We're definitely gonna get you. I want to ask, would you love to come back for season 8?
Gotta fight TPP again.
Maybe.
If he's a champ, that's if he's a champ, though.
Well, no, if it just happens to line up.
I would just love to come back. I'm having a great time.
All right, well, we definitely would love to have you back. We're gonna get you on season 8. We're gonna bring you back, definitely. All right, and the winner, TPP. What you got to plug? Oh, you got anything to plug in the session? Hello? Got anything to plug? Mrs. Ashley, sorry.
Oh, me? Oh, I'm sorry. I was daydreaming. Hi, Mustachio on Twitch. Just come on and follow me. I'm also on Instagram as I'm Batmara, like I'm Batman. but
Yeah,
Mara,
no,
Mara. So I'm
no,
Batmara on Instagram. That's where I post all my art to announce my streaming. So follow me on Twitch, Miss Dashio. We play horror Indian puzzle games.
well, I'm Angie's not here, so I can finally say I'm fucking Batman though.
No, I'm Batmara.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batmara.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batmara.
I'm okay. I'm doing it. All right. So yeah, go follow her, people. And last but certainly not least, the winner, TPP. What you got the spot? What you got the plug in? Hopefully, what you got to plug, man? Just what you got to plug. Sorry.
Okay, I am Mr. TPP Games, as you can see. Look, check it out. Get a cool hoodie like this. I am literally on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, more importantly, Twitch at TPP Games with a Z. You can also find me over on Gamerized. If you are not on there yet, I strongly recommend you check it out because it is a new upcoming social media platform for streamers, which also has its own royalty-free music section, which I know is a big thing for everyone with TOS. So get on there and do it. I would like to add, if there's any possibility of facing Mustachio one more time, because we are now tied 1-1 and we've been at PvP both times. So I think it's only fair that she has a chance to take the crown and be 2-1 on me.
What you saying? What was that?
I said me and Mustachio are currently 1-on-1 on Gamer Grudge. So if there's a chance for next season that we can appear together and settle this once and for all, it would be absolutely lovely. But
Believe me, we will do that.
For the
We'll set up something because we do love literal grudge matches. Because last year, literally grudge match. Because last year we did me and Eric's grudge match. Zach, I don't know. Me and Eric did our little grudge match. So we might get you on for a grudge match. So we'll set that up. Don't worry, we'll set it up. Y'all will get your grudge match. So we'll do that.
And thank you very much for having me on again.
Oh, no problem. You'll be back on. You'll be back on December 7th. And I'll announce the questions tonight so that way everybody knows what the questions will be. And I'll send a copy out to them. All right.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
All right. So, let's go ahead and go with Trink. Trink, what you got to post?
Hi, I'm Trink Bell. I'm a variety streamer. I stream almost every day of the week except for Wednesday and Thursday, just about. I don't know what a break is. Lately, we've been playing Baldur's Gate, and I do have the integration installed, so you guys can vote on my dialogue choices and ruin my day. I've also been playing The Sims, where I've let them vote on my character's love interest and everything else, so my character's pretty much dating a supervillain.
Yay! Yes!
They kept trying to put him in pink. That's the only thing I want to let him go. They were going to make him a supervillain and a hipster at the same time.
Awesome.
So you can find me at Trink Bell on Twitch. It won't let me shout myself out. Moobot's like, F you. But, just click on me. You can find me there.
All right. I'll make sure we'll do that. And last but certainly not least, he got his shit ready. Zach. Wake up, damn you. Wake up.
And why do I have to? It literally speaks for itself. I don't have to.
Okay. Well, guys, you can go follow Zach right there. If you look on the screen right here, some random shit. I don't understand what the teeth are.
Teeth.
It's here.
It's teeth. If you give me a minute, I'll get a shout out. It just takes me a moment to find the link.
All right. Well, make sure you go there, people. He
be traumatized.
Yeah, and please do it just to be traumatized. And you'll have fun. Don't worry, you'll have a good time. All right. With that said, people, I'm Mac. I'm I'm Matt Poole. I run the channel. Make sure you go watch some stuff. Come back. Also, make sure you come back this week. We after this got match, we're after this match. There will be no more preliminary matches. The finals are already set. But come back next Monday where I will step into this grudge ring for another time where we will be doing a Resident Evil Grudge Part 2. We're gonna be doing Resident Evil Grudge. So get ready for that. That's going to be fun. Get ready to me argue some shit about Resident Evil, some shit probably I don't know, and possibly for me to lose again and bitch or moan. I don't know, but we'll see. Um, also, make sure you go get some games. Get you some go get you some Rogue Energy. That is a go use the code GameFix. It gets you a percentage off of your purchase. Make sure you go get you some G Fuel. Make sure you're getting it, and also make sure you subscribe and follow the Game Fixers. Subscribe. And like I said, if you're wondering out there why we have not gotten to affiliate, we have been the affiliate program, but we're right now we're just waiting to see what happens. But we're just waiting to see what happens. But I have no doubt in my mind we'll make affiliate. But we're trying to take our time with that. But the Feast of Furious Stunts, people, before you go, I have the fucking questions for the finals, people. These are going.
Oh no, you don't get to announce those out loud right now.
Why?
Because it kills anybody wanting to come in. We'll just tell them after.
Okay. Well, I'll let the we're not okay. Well, Zach killed it. Sorry, guys, but
I will kill more than that.
Cryptic Zen of Mystery.
Yeah, well, I guess we got to keep it a mystery. I was gonna tell it, but we'll discuss it later. But anyway, people, it's been long. It's been a long night. I apologize for keeping y'all long. We'll see y'all next time. We'll see you next Monday on another episode of Gamer Grudge. Peace out, guys. Bye.
Bye.